So today we are seeing Slok number 45 from chapter number 2. So as we know that chapter 2 is the summary of Bhagavad Gita, and within that this Slok number 45 is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So that is the reason why this shloka is very, very important. So we'll see the shloka as well as the translation and then get into the detail. त्रैगुणा विषया वेदा निस्त्रया गुणो भावार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यस्तत्त्वस्थो निर्योगाक्षेम आत्मवान. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. Someone want to read the shloka and translation?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, please, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Tregunya Vishaya Veda Nistregunyo Bhava Arjuna Nirdvando Nitya Sattvastho Yoga Nirayoga Shema Atmavan. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody else want to try?
May I, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, please, Mataji.
Bhagavad Gita 2.45. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastho Niryogakshema Atmavan. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So we see that what this shloka is saying, and here Lord Krishna is giving instructions to Arjuna. And what instruction he is giving to Arjuna, that we'll see here. So it is saying that people are contaminated with three modes of material nature. So that shows we cannot say that any of these three modes of material nature may be good for us. So what are these three modes of material nature? Mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So we cannot say that mode of passion is better than ignorance or mode of goodness is better than passion. It should not be a target. It is definitely maybe better. Every living entity is constituting these modes of three material natures, little or more. The composition of all these three nature will be there in every person. So now the thing is, we have to first identify ourselves whether we are in mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. We cannot say always that 100% I am in goodness or passion or ignorance, but we always have to elevate ourselves. But the final destination should be above all these three. And when you go above these three, it is called as Gunatit. So, so that is the main reason why every individual is not equal, because of this three mode of nature. So this three mode of material nature is acting on this particular individual or soul. That is why every person is unique. So that is why to make progress in spiritual life, in Vedas, different solution is prescribed. Right? So for every individual person, Veda has something to prescribe. So even if you take Tamoguni, so now one may say ki why it is recommended or prescribed in Vedas to do prayer of demons and to eat meat after offering to Lord or Kali Mata. So many people, they argue ki one place you are saying we should not eat all this. We should only do prayer to Lord, nobody else. But on other side, you are also mentioning in Vedas that do prayer to demons, offer meat to Kali Mata. So why is that? Why is there such kind of duality? So if we properly understand Vedas, then we'll see that Lord has given solution or prescription to everybody, may it be Tamaguni or Rajoguni or whatever mode of nature he have, Veda is giving some solution or prescription to all of these. Now we should not misunderstand this by saying that, oh, okay, then we can do anything. We can eat meat, we can do prayer to demons. So actually it is the way the Vedas is doing management, right? You see every organization, there is some leadership and management. And best demonstration of this leadership and management is shown by Lord Krishna. And when he offers something, there must be some significance, some meaning to it. So we'll see that why it is. So we all see that Veda actually deal with three gunas. If you properly see, even in Bhagavad Gita, it is talking about and focusing mainly on the three gunas because it is dealing how it is indicating us, it is telling us how to deal with three gunas, how we should respond to these three gunas. So, what are actually these three gunas? They are like a disease. And who is the doctor? Lord is the doctor. So, we'll see why we call this three guna as a disease. So, we see that when we go to the doctor what he do, he identify the disease and he do some prescription, right? So similarly here in Vedas, these three gunas are disease and Lord is giving some prescription to us. And what is the prescription? One, he is saying that get away from these three gunas. And when you get out of these three gunas, you will be called as Gunatit. That is what he is telling Arjuna. He is telling Arjuna to focus of becoming Gunatit. So this is the only important thing that Veda is teaching us. So when doctor give us prescription, it is not for our knowledge, right? So we cannot say, ki, okay, doctor has told me this particular prescription. He has advised me something. So I gain the knowledge and I will just sit back. So that way it will not happen, right? So what we have to do is we have to read that. We have to understand that. We have to practice it. and become well. Just knowing and sitting quietly will not understand. So just like reading books, let's say I am reading a book, How to Swim. So just by reading that book, I cannot learn swimming. I have to practice. I have to practice. I have to understand first the concept. I have to practice. Then only I will be able to practically do it. Like that, when doctor prescribes something, you have to follow those rules. So discipline is very important. We have to practice. We have to practice whatever the knowledge is given to us if we have to get well. Like that, Krishna is telling us to become gunatit, means to get away from this three mode of material nature. So we see that this Veda is not only for knowledge sake. It is not to demonstrate how well you recite your shloka, how many shlokas you can translate and things like that. The whole intention of reading Shastras is to reframe our life. Something is wrong. That is why we are here and we are learning Vedas, right? We cannot ignore, we cannot go into the state of the ignorance like how the Tamogunis do. So Lord is telling Arjuna, Veda is describing three gunas. Arjuna, you better become gunati. So now the question comes is how to practice this. So you see that in this world, this humiliation and praise will be there. And a person who get affected with this praising and humiliation, how he will actually do this bhajan and kirtan? It is not possible. You see, every person is actually hankering for all this. He is hankering for getting praised and he is trying to get away from this humiliation. So people will be there to do praising and humiliation. You cannot avoid it. So we see that happiness and sorrow will be there. You do whatever. As long as you are here, you have to deal with happiness. You have to deal with sorrow. You will get praise. You will get humiliated. There will be profit. There will be loss. Every week, every month, every day, you have to face these things. But what we have to do is we have to tolerate. You cannot say that you are a devotee, so this will not affect me. No, that is not possible. Only thing is you have to deal with it. So it's not that yesterday, let's say ki one of the family member died. Unfortunately, one of the family member died. So I will stop doing Harinam Jap. We should not do that. So any incident in life, we are not supposed to get associated or attached with it. We are reading this throughout many shlokas. The incident will happen in your life. You cannot avoid it. But do not attach with all this profit and loss. Do not get too much attached with this happiness and sorrow. Do not hanker or attach with this praise and humiliation. And with Harinam, we'll be able to sail through all of these miseries. So these miseries will be always there. So once what happened, Srila Prabhupada asked one devotee, how is your Harinam Jap going on? And this devotee said, no, Srila Prabhupada, I am not doing japa. And Srila Prabhupada asked, why? Why you are not doing the japa? So this devotee replied, yesterday I had a fight with one of the devotee, so I stopped it. And Srila Prabhupada said, this fight happened with that devotee or with your chanting beat or with your japa. So the conclusion is all these problems will come and go. All your celebration party will come and go. We don't have to get too much attached. Why? Because we know that it is just momentary, right? It is fractional. You cannot hold them. You cannot say, ki, okay, the problems are coming, so let me cry, it will go. So that way, you have no control on this miseries. So what will happen is sometimes, without any reason, a person will come and insult you. You might have noticed this. You have done nothing, but a person, some or other way, will come and insult you. And similarly, without any reason, a person will praise you. He will say that, oh, you are such a great devotee. You are so much pure. How great you are. So all these things will be there without your even knowledge. People will come and do and they will give you all this. And if you get puffed up or you get demoralized because he has insulted me, I am feeling so low. And because of that, I will forget getting serious into bhakti because I may say, oh, I am doing so much seva for Lord, but I have to face all this. Why? Why Lord is not able to protect me? So one thing we have to remember that any moment, any second, we may have to get exited from life. Any point of time. We cannot say the next minute what will happen, right? As we know that in science, what is saying that brain is getting constant oxygen, right? Constant supply of oxygen. You are not putting any effort to supply this oxygen to brain. And just 1 minute, if this oxygen will not go to the brain, our life is over. So will we remember all these profit, loss, humiliation, and praises? So that's what we have to think about it seriously. Why we should bother too much about it? Any moment we can get exited from life. So this Tamoguni may not understand all these things, right? So the beauty of Veda is its management, how it is managing everybody, including these Tamogunis. He may always hankering for money, fame, beautiful woman. So how he or she will become Gunatit? So you may say, okay, Prabhuji, what all you are saying is fine. Whatever ISKCON is doing is fine. But I cannot leave this onion and garlic. That is not possible. So that is the whole reason why in Vedas, the management is such that it is somewhere it is saying to even worship demons. So those things are particularly for tamogunis. You see that when you tell a tamoguni to leave this onion, garlic, don't do meat eating, follow all this regulative principle, immediately he cannot do it. And how beautifully Lord in Vedas, he has not saying to immediately leave everything. He has given everybody something. At least you start. You start doing this. You start offering or praying to whoever you are actually worshipping. At least you slowly come to that path and gradually you will progress in bhakti. So, day one cannot become a pure devotee. So, that is why Veda has given some or other solution to everybody. It's not that you have to become a devotee and then only you can follow Vedas. You start following Vedas, even demon can get benefit. So in one of the lecture, one of the Maharaj was telling about a devotee who was doing chanting 16 rounds daily without missing even single day. And he is doing it for last 20 years. And suddenly one day what happened? His wife and his children met with accident and they died. And the next day onwards, this devotee, he left doing chanting. And you see in Vedas, Lord never said that if you are doing bhajan kirtan, all your material miseries will stop. He never said that. Right? We see in Mahabharata, when Abhimanyu died, did Arjuna stop worshipping Krishna? So much struggle, so much pain Arjun got, right, in Mahabharata, but he never stopped worshipping Lord Krishna. So we have to remember one thing, that this victory over these three gunas can only happen with bhakti. Otherwise, these three guna will be controlling you. And it will take you to the places, it will beat you left and right that you will not be able to tolerate. And that is why we often see, not often, every day you open newspaper or you hear news, every day people are doing some kind of criminal activity, they are doing murder, they are doing so many miserable things, and they are getting into so much trouble. They are thinking they will, if they eliminate this particular problem, the things will get over. So if you get a stomach ache or if you get a pain in your hand, you will not cut it and throw away and say, oh, I will get rid of all these things if I do that. So this victory of this three guna is possible only through bhakti. And if we are entangled in material life, then how it is possible to do bhakti? So that is why we have to constantly think about detachment. So this is all fine, right? Okay, you are part of this material activities, you are doing something or other, but don't get too much attached. And you see, as you progress more in bhakti, you slowly see this, you don't have to put effort for this material life. You will see that it is automatically or slowly you are getting away out of it. If you remember, we have discussed this before, right? The opposite of Lord is Maya. If you move towards Lord, you will get away from Maya. And if you move towards Maya, then you go away from Lord. So one who is trapped in the sorrow of miseries, oh, he may repent like, oh, I'm not getting money. I'm not getting beautiful females or property. I am suffering from so many diseases. How I can follow or transform myself? Through bhakti. Srila Prabhupada has mentioned one very beautiful quote, and he said that in this world, Janam Mittu Jaravyadi will never get away. It will never get over. Whatever you do, right, it will not get over. And if you want to stop it, then go back to Godhead. That is the only solution. But what happens? Our mind is always having a hope. And what our mind says, if I do this, then this particular disease will get over. And I will be healthy. I will never come back to this disease. But you see that God has some other arrangements. Your one disease will get over, he will give one new disease. So if not disease, he will break your head, he will break your hand or leg. So that way, so don't think that Lord is our enemy. See, this is how he is teaching us lesson. See, actually the failure, what is failure? The actual learning is failure. So more trouble you are getting, try to understand. Lord is actually trying to correct you. So we don't have to think like this way, ki I'm only getting all these problems. The other person, you see, he is living very happily. Nobody will be spared. A devotee was having stomach problem and he said he will go to the doctor and he will be just get fine in 2 days. And then what happened? The next day, his tooth broke next day. So it is always fine to live a healthy life. We are not saying ki you should not take care of your body, you should not live healthy. But the thing is, we cannot stop these miseries. These miseries will come. One you solve, another will start. So one or some other event will happen every day, whether you like it or not. You might have observed, right? You might have realized this. Ki every day you are having some or other frustration or irritations. And if you keep focusing on these miseries, then how you will do the bhakti? So now you may say that because of this, I'm not able to do the chanting or I'm not able to do Lord offerings. We have to convince that these things will never stop and these miseries will come and go, right? And Vedas are clearly tell that. And best examples you see that our Guru Maharaj. Years and years, you see him, how he is just defeating all these miseries. Even bigger to bigger diseases, even cancer. So, what to talk about this great personality? You see, there are many devotees within our community. They have defeated cancers only with bhakti. There are examples. Even doctors are asking, how did you do it? I will tell to my patients. We have such devotees within our circle. So miseries will come and go. It will try to distract you. But one thing is sure, the more you get strong in bhakti, you will be able to tolerate it. As long as we are here, we cannot see. The thing is, if we can solve everything here, then Lord will not tell us to come to Godhead, right? Your original place is back to Godhead. He will not prescribe all these things. So we have to follow. So it is just like this, ki if you don't follow a doctor, how you will get well soon? It is not possible, right? So we have to follow the doctor, his prescription, then only we know that ki we'll get well. Similarly, Veda is the prescription and doctor is Lord Krishna. So whatever may come and go, we have to continue our Harinam Japa. We have to continue following all the regulative principles. Then you see there will be no fall down. The measure is, it's not solve your miseries, but Lord is clearly saying that ki more you are stronger, you will get away from this material world. So actually speaking, it is the permanent solution, isn't it? And other things what we are trying to follow, those are only temporary. So we have to remember that all these miseries are only to make your bhakti strong, so that you don't fall down completely. So that is what now in this shloka, if we see, Lord is telling to Arjuna, you become gunatit. You get away from these three gunas. That is the only way of permanent solution. So, Tregunya Vishya Veda, Nistraya Guno Bhava Arjuna. So, that is about today's shloka. So, thank you very much, Prabhujis and Matajis. Thank you for patiently listening. You want to add anything, or you want to share your experiences? We can hear for 1 or 2 minutes.
You explained very well, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
All mercy of Srila Prabhupada Mataji. So now we see, when we have this knowledge, we can actually deal these problems little better, isn't it? So always we see that devotees, they have this knowledge and they can actually deal this problem. They know why these things are happening. We cannot avoid it and how to deal with it. That is the essence of this Vedas. So thank you very much, Prabhujis and Matajis. Thank you for your association. We'll join tomorrow again with another shloka. Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Hare
pranam.
Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Shall
Hare
we all
Krishna Prabhuji.
chant Hare
Dandavat
Krishna,
pranam.
Prabhuji?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
For everybody's spiritual progress, one time. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Raj Bhagavad-gītā. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
Panchakalpataruscha kripa sindhu eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Koti Vaishnavendra ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam
Krishna
Prabhuji.
to all devotees of Sanghya. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you. Thank you, devotees.